Hello dear students, welcome to the online class. This is Sonia Akhtar, lecturer English 34th PCS Government Harganga College, Munshiganj. Dear students, you can see on the screen that our today's topic is pronoun referencing. This is the lecture number 2 on this topic. In our previous lecture, I have shown you about pronoun, different types of pronouns, etc. But today in this lecture I'll show you some uses of pronouns, some rules of using pronouns correctly. Dear students, in our previous lectures we have already learned about these two types of mistakes, but again I am showing you these because I want to make you remember about the mistakes, because this is very important to know what types of mistakes you are going to face on this topic. So you know there are two types of mistakes. Number one is direct mistake or faulty pronoun. We can say it direct mistake or faulty pronoun. Number two, confusion. Definitely we can say it confusion because it is really confusing, and we can say it unclear pronoun referencing also. Direct mistake or faulty pronoun, you know it very well because I have shown you these on my previous lecture on this topic. This is the same example I have shown you in the previous lecture, but again I am showing you. The example is Rohim is a student. She reads in class 7. Dear students, look at the screen that I have used a male subject. This is Rohim. The subject is Rohim. This is a masculine gender, you know very well, but notice it very carefully that in the next sentence I have used a pronoun. What is it? This is she. The pronoun is she. You know that it's not correct. This is totally wrong. But you know, I very well know that you know what is the correct answer, but for your better understanding I am using this example. This is very easy, but what should be the right answer? The right answer should be like this: he reads in class 7. You know that I have, in case of male noun, I have used a female pronoun. This is wrong. So these types of mistakes are called direct mistake or faulty pronoun. Direct mistakes occur in case of number, gender, person, possessives, etc. Remember, direct mistakes occur in case of number, gender, person, possessives, etc. If you notice attentively, you will find out the faulty pronoun very easily, and of course you will be able to write the correct answer after knowing this, after learning these lectures. Of course you will be able to write the correct answer. Next one. The next one is confusion or unclear pronoun referencing. You know what is confusion? Look at the example. Rohim and Korim are very good students. He is the first boy in the class. Dear students, notice it very carefully. There is a point to be noted that I have used two nouns here. That is, these are Rohim and Korim. Rohim and Korim. There are two nouns. But in the next sentence, I have used only a pronoun. This is he. I have used a pronoun, that is he. It is right that Rohim and Korim masculine gender, and I have used a masculine pronoun also, but what is the problem? The problem is in the meaning. The problem is that I have used two nouns, but I have used only one pronoun. He is the first boy in the class, but who is this he? Who is this he? Who am I trying to make you understand? Who am I telling about? Is it Rohim or is it Korim? You can't understand. Only I know who is it, but you don't know. So this is confusing. This is really very confusing to understand who is this he. So in this case, or in case of unclear pronoun referencing, we have to use a noun, not pronoun. Notice it very carefully that in case of unclear pronoun referencing, we have to use a noun, not the pronoun. Okay, so what should be the right answer? Yes, it is. Rohim is the first boy in the class. Of course, you can write Korim also, because here I have written only 2 sentences. You can write Rohim or you can write Korim. It is right. So I have written Rohim. Rohim is the first boy in the class. Okay. So next, go to the next slide. Faulty pronoun. So here are some correct uses of faulty pronoun in case of number and person. I have used an example. Look at this example very carefully. Mr. Latif always does her, their, its duty properly. I have written here some red words. These are her, their, its. Our subject is Mr. Latif. So we have to use our pronoun instead of Mr. Latif. So we have to remember, we have to notice what is our subject, what is the noun. Is it masculine or feminine or other gender? Its number, its person. We have to notice everything. Its number, person, gender, everything. So we have to use pronoun according to number and person of the noun. So our subject is Mr. Latif. This is masculine gender, singular number and third person. So our pronoun should be what? We know, as I have written her, there, it's not. These are not right. These are wrong. So what should be the right answer? Yes. Here is the right answer. Mr. Latif always does his duty properly. So our correct pronoun is his. The green word, his. Mr. Latif always does his duty properly. Okay, next example. Look at the example. This is the incorrect one. We have to correct it for better knowing or better understanding. Books are the mirror of the past and present and even future. These are having an active voice. Dear students, look at this. Even if I have used books, the non-human subject, but we have used a pronoun this, it's wrong. So what should be the right answer? We have to use here they. Although the subject is books, this is a non-human one, but we have to use they after this subject. Books are the mirror of the past and present and future and even future. They are having an active voice. The next example is, look at this very carefully, and all these examples are given here according to number and person, and you have to correct them according to number and person. Notice it, number and person. You have to correct them according to number and person. So we have known that we have to use pronoun according to number and person of the noun. According to number and person of the noun. So here the incorrect example is, the baby is crying for his mother. The baby is crying for his mother. Our noun or subject is the baby. So we know the baby is a common noun. It is third person and singular number, we know it. So what should be the pronoun? Is it right? I have used his. Is it right? No, it's not right, because baby is a common noun, so we have to use here it. In case of common noun, we use it as pronoun. So the baby is crying for its mother. The baby is crying for its mother. Again, look at this very carefully. The babies are crying for its mother. Dear students, look at this. The previous one was the baby is crying. Now I have written the babies are crying. The babies, the plural. I have used a plural noun, the babies. But I have used the pronoun its. Is it right? No, it's not right. It's totally wrong. So what should be the right answer? Look at this. The babies are crying for their mother, because our subject or noun is plural. Although it's a common noun, but it's plural, so we have to use their here. The babies are crying for their mother. The next one is, some people are adverse to traveling. This limits his vision. Here in this sentence, our subject or noun is some people. It's plural. Some people, it's plural. So we can't use his. We can't use his as pronoun for instead of this subject or noun. Our noun is some people, our subject is some people, so we have to use a plural pronoun here. So what is the right answer? Yes, the right answer is, some people are adverse to traveling. This limits their vision. Okay. Next one, look it very carefully. This is the another rule. The rule is, at first look at the incorrect sentence. Shima and him went to Dhaka. Shima and him went to Dhaka. Him is a red word which is incorrect. So listen to me very carefully what I am saying now. I am saying the rule here. If the pronoun is subject, you have to use the subjective form. If the pronoun is subject, you have to use the subjective form. Okay? Then if it is object, you have to use the objective form. If it is subject, you have to use subjective form. If it is object, you have to use objective form. Again, if it is a possessive, you have to use possessive form. Clear? I am saying again. If the pronoun is subject, you have to use the subjective form. If it is object, you have to use objective form. If it is possessive, you have to use possessive form. So the correct one is, sorry, I have written here incorrect, but it should be correct. The correct one is, Shima and he went to Dhaka. As it is subject, so we have to use the subjective form. So the right one is he. Shima and he went to Dhaka. Okay. So dear students, here is a box below. You have to notice it very carefully, and you have to remember it. Here are some pronoun. We use them frequently. These are I, we, you, he, she, they, it. In the first place, I have written the subjective form of the pronoun. In the second place, I have written the objective form of the pronouns. So look at this, and then possessive, then reflexive. All are very useful. You have to remember them. You have to memorize them. I say you have to memorize them, or you have to remember them. You have to understand them. So Look at the box. I, the objective form of I is me, possessive form my, reflexive form myself. We, us, our, ourselves. You, your, yourselves. He, him, his, himself. She, her, herself. They, them, their, themselves. It, its, itself. So dear students, look at this. Look here. It, its objective form is it, but its possessive form is itself. There is no comma. There is no comma. It's without comma. The possessive form of it without comma. Okay? Remember it. And its reflexive form is itself. The next one is, look at this example. Runa got her admitted in Dhaka University. Runa got her admitted in Dhaka University. What is the problem here? You have to find out the problem. Everything may seem to you right. Everything may seem to you correct. You won't be able to find out the mistakes. Everything will be correct to you. But you have to remember that there are some mistakes in the passage according to in case of pronoun. You have to find out that mistake. You have to find out those mistakes. So in this sentence, Runa got her admitted in Dhaka University. What is the mistake here? You have to find out. So dear students, now I am telling the rule for this sentence. Listen to me very carefully. If the subject and object are the same entity, if the subject and object are same entity, or you can say if the object indicates the subject, if the object indicates the subject, or you can say if the subject and object are the same entity, we use reflexive pronoun, the pronoun with self. We use reflexive pronoun in case of this. That means myself, yourself, ourselves, herself, itself. These are reflexive pronoun. So if the subject and object are the same entity, we have to use reflexive pronoun. So what is the right answer? Yes, this is. Runa got herself admitted in Dhaka University. Runa got herself admitted in Dhaka University. Okay? So the next one is, at first see this example. Here are some examples also. Look at these examples. Then I am saying the rule. Every dog faithful to its master. Each girl or what she liked. Every doctor should do his or her duty. So there is no mistake. I have written here the correct sentence. Correct sentences. So what is the rule? Listen to me very carefully. After each and every, you can see these sentences have each and every. So the rule is, after each and every, if the noun is non-human, okay, if the noun is non-human, that you can see in the first sentence that the noun is dog. It's a non-human noun, okay, non-human. So after each and every, if the noun is non-human, we use it as subject or object. Okay, after each and every, if the noun is non-human, we use it as subject or object. We use it as subject or object. But in other places we use he or she according to gender. In other places, in case of human we use he or she, his or her according to gender. Okay, so as our first sentence has a non-human noun, we use its as pronoun. It's a possessive as pronoun in this sentence. In the next two sentences, I have used she or his or her as its. These are human. Each girl, every doctor, these are human noun. So I have used she or his or her. So our examples are every dog, sorry, there should have is. Every dog is faithful to its master. Each girl or what she liked. Every doctor should do his or her duty. Okay, hope you understand. The next one is, look at the example at first. The jury was unanimous in his opinion. The jury, the word jury, look at the word the jury. It's a collective noun. You know what is collective noun? You know. The jury was unanimous in his opinion. So the rule is, instead of collective noun, it or its is used as pronoun. In case of collective noun, or instead of collective noun, we use it or its as pronoun. So what is the mistake here? What is wrong here? It is wrong because as pronoun I have written here his. You can see on the screen that I have written here his. So it's wrong. The correct one is, the jury was unanimous in its opinion. Okay. Again, the next one is the same sentence but different in rule. The jury was unanimous in its opinion. Here it is wrong. Why wrong? Because if it is unclear, if the members of the collective noun are separate, if we realize, or if you can realize that it means the members of the collective noun are separate, then we have to use a plural noun. And it should be they, them, their. So the right answer is, the jury was unanimous in their opinion. Okay. The next one is, look at the example. One must obey his parents. What is wrong here? It may seem right to you, but it's wrong. So you have to find out why is it wrong, why it is wrong. So you have to know the rule. Okay, so the rule is, if the word one is used as subject, you can see that I have used one. If the word one is used as subject or object, then after it as pronoun we use one. The pronoun should be one. The subject is one, the noun is one, and the pronoun should be one also. So the rule is, again, listen to me very carefully. If the word one is used as subject or object, then after it as pronoun we use one. The possessive of one is once. So the right answer is, one must obey one's parents. Okay, clear? Next one is, By traveling different parts of the world, my knowledge may be enriched. What is wrong here? You can't understand now, but you will be understand if here you can see that by traveling different parts of the world my knowledge may be enriched. Here in this sentence I have used my. It's wrong because here in this sentence it is appropriate for all. The sentence is saying everyone. The sentence is saying all, not my. It's not only for me, it's for all. It's for all. So if the sentence means all, then you have to use one as universal or for all. Okay, so the right answer is by traveling different parts of the world one's knowledge may be enriched. This one means all. One's means all, everybody, not me, not a specific one. It means all. Okay. Dear students, look at the example. Walking is a good exercise. They help us keep body fit. Walking is a good exercise. They help us keep body fit. Okay, so what is the rule? What is the mistake here? The rule is if the subject or object is gerund or infinitive, then we use it as pronoun. Okay, walking is a gerund, so if the subject or object is gerund or infinitive, we use it as pronoun after it. Okay, so the right answer is walking is a good exercise. It helps us keep body fit. Okay, again here the poor are marginalized by socio-economic system. He hardly can come forward. The poor are marginalized by socio-economic system. He hardly can come forward. Dear students, look at the example. The poor. The poor. It's an adjective. The poor. It's an adjective. Okay, and plural also. So if the subject or object is an adjective, if the subject or object is an adjective, then we use they as pronoun. Okay, our subject is the poor. So the poor is an adjective, so we have to use they as pronoun after it, or instead of this noun we have to instead of this subject we have to use a pronoun which is they. Okay, so the correct answer is the poor are marginalized by socio-economic system. They hardly can come forward. We use they because the poor is a plural subject. Okay, the next one is either Fahim or Faisal did their work. Here I have used two nouns, Fahim and Faisal, two nouns. So you can say that they are plural, and we have to use their, but it's wrong. It's wrong. We can't use their. We have to use what? We have to, so at first listen to me very carefully. At first listen to me that if two singular noun is connected, Fahim or Faisal, two singular noun, they are connected with or, either or, neither nor, we use pronoun according to the nearer noun. Okay, according to the nearer noun. So here Fahim and Faisal are two singular noun. Okay, two singular noun, Fahim or Faisal, they are connected with or. If two singular noun is connected with or, either or, neither nor, we have to use pronoun according to the nearer noun. So who is nearer here? What is the nearer noun in this sentence? Faisal. Okay, the nearer noun is Faisal. So what should be the pronoun here? Yes, it is his, as Faisal is a masculine noun and singular, so we have to use his, not their, not there. Okay, remember that if two singular noun is connected with or, either or, neither nor, we use pronoun according to the nearer noun. So we have to use his, not their. Okay, again another sentence. Neither the headmaster nor the teachers have succeeded in his attempt. So look at the correct answer. It's wrong. His is wrong. He's wrong, because here we have used a noun. The nearer noun is teachers. It's plural. The nearer noun is teachers and it's plural. So I have used his. It's wrong. There should be a plural noun. Sorry, plural pronoun. Okay. So the plural pronoun is against teachers. Plural pronoun is there. So we have to use the pronoun. We have to use the pronoun instead of teachers there. Okay. The next one and the last one about faulty pronoun. The example is, the headmaster and secretary left for their destination. The headmaster and secretary left for their destination. Dear students, look at this. At first, listen to me, listen to the rule. If the subject indicates the same person, if the subject indicates the same person, then we use singular pronoun. Okay, the headmaster and secretary, they are same person. The headmaster and secretary, they are same person. There is only one person here, not two persons. Okay, the headmaster and the secretary, they are same person. So if the subject indicates the same person, then we use singular pronoun. So as we can see here that the headmaster and secretary, they are same, but I have used a plural pronoun, that is there, so it's wrong. There should be a singular pronoun. So the right answer is, the headmaster and secretary left for his destination, because the headmaster and the secretary are same person. The headmaster and secretary is the same person. Okay, the next example is, look at this very carefully. The headmaster and the secretary left for his destination. So what is wrong here? What is the difference between these two sentences or this sentence? The difference is, look at me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. If the subject indicates different persons, then we use plural pronoun. Okay, if the subject indicates different persons, then we use plural pronoun. So the headmaster and the secretary, they are two persons, they are not same, the headmaster and the secretary. But how can we identify, are they same or are they different? Yes, there is a way to identify. So the way is, in case of this situation, or in this case, article the is used before both the subject. The is used, the THED, this article is used before both the subject. See that I have used the headmaster, the secretary, the headmaster, the secretary, the headmaster, the secretary. So you have to understand, because the is used before both the subject, so they are different. Of course, the pronoun should be plural also. So is incorrect here. We have to use there, because they are different person. There are two persons here. So the correct answer is the headmaster and the secretary left for their destination. Okay, dear students, hope you have understood very well. So thank you. Stay home, stay safe. See you in the next lecture. Till then, stay fine.